Hello, everyone. Stop before you scroll past this. Before you tell yourself, I'll watch it later. Just pause for a second and listen. Because what I'm about to share with you might be the one thing that completely changes how you see your life forever. Right now, somewhere in the world, there's someone with less talent than you, less money than you, and way less support than you, and they're still winning. You know why? Because they already won their morning, while you were still fighting with your alarm. This isn't just motivation. This is reality. You don't need another motivational video. You don't need a perfect 10-step plan. What you really need is a wake-up moment. And right now, this is yours. Let me tell you a quick story. Not about some billionaire or celebrity. Just about a regular guy named Daniel. Someone a lot like you and me. He had no special talent, no rich family, no powerful connections. Just a tired mind, a confused direction, and a life that felt completely stuck. Every single morning, he woke up the same way, late, heavy, and unmotivated. And the very first thing he reached for? His phone. Notifications, messages, other people's highlight reels. Within minutes, his energy was already drained. Sound familiar? Daniel wasn't lazy. He was just stuck in a cycle he didn't even realize was destroying him. He thought success was about working harder, thinking bigger, or waiting for the right time. But he was wrong, because real success doesn't start at night. It starts in the first hour after you open your eyes. Everything changed for Daniel the day he discovered something simple, not some secret, not magic, just 8 small habits, 8 tiny actions that slowly turned his confusion into clarity, his weakness into discipline, and his someday into today. Let me ask you something honestly. When you wake up, who controls your mind? You or your phone? The second you grab your phone, you lose something precious. Your focus, your peace, your sense of self. Instead of starting the day as yourself, you start reacting to everyone else's life, their successes, their vacations, their perfect moments. And just like that, you already feel behind before your feet even hit the floor. That's exactly what Daniel used to do. He'd scroll, compare, and feel smaller with every swipe. Until one morning, he asked himself a simple question. What would happen if I gave my mind just 1 hour of silence? The next day, he left his phone untouched for a full 60 minutes. At first, it felt awkward. His mind was restless. His hands kept reaching for the phone out of habit. But then, something beautiful shifted. His thoughts became clearer. His breathing slowed down. For the first time in a long time, he wasn't reacting. He was actually thinking. If you ever felt like Daniel, lost, distracted, overwhelmed, then do one small thing right now. Just pause, because this could be the moment your life starts turning around. That one habit, protecting the first hour, gave him control over his mornings. And when you control your mornings, you start controlling your life. But that was only the beginning. Even after those quiet mornings, by midday his mind would start scattering again. Emails, pressure, overthinking. That's when he realized, if you don't guide your thoughts will guide you. If you don't control your mind, the world will control it for you. So he started something he called scribing, just writing every morning. He sat with a notebook and wrote honestly. No pressure to sound smart. He started with one line. I feel lost. Then another. I want to change, but I don't know how. The more he wrote, the lighter he felt. It was like unloading the chaos from his head onto the paper. He made it simple. Every morning he wrote 3 things. How I feel, what I'm grateful for, one thing I must do today. Day by day, his emotions became clearer. His mind felt lighter. He finally started understanding himself. But his body still felt heavy and low on energy. So he added stillness, just 5 minutes of doing absolutely nothing. At first it was uncomfortable. His mind raced like crazy, but he stayed with it. And slowly, the noise faded. He stopped being trapped inside his thoughts and started observing them. That gave him something he never had before, real control. Still, his days felt busy but scattered. That's when he created the 3-task rule. Every morning he wrote down, one thing I must do, one thing I should do, one small thing I can do. No long to-do lists, just 3 things. Suddenly his day had direction. He started finishing what he began. And those small wins built real confidence. Because clarity doesn't just feel good, it creates momentum. But his energy still depended on motivation. And we all know motivation doesn't last. So he stopped waiting to feel ready and started moving anyway. No fancy gym, no perfect workout, just simple movement, stretching, walking, deep breathing, and his body woke up. His energy came back. Because energy isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. Day by day, it became automatic. And with that came something far stronger than motivation: discipline. He stopped saying, I don't feel like it, and started saying, I do anyway. Now his mornings looked completely different. No phone, clear mind, written focus, movement in his body. For the first time, he wasn't being pushed by life. He was pushing life. But even then, doubt and fear would sometimes creep in. That's when he added visualization, something top athletes and leaders have used for decades. After his silence, writing, and movement, he'd close his eyes for just a few minutes and ask, what does my best day look like? He saw himself waking up with energy, working with focus, finishing what mattered, and feeling proud and calm. His body started responding to a future that hadn't happened yet. His posture improved, his breathing deepened, his confidence grew, because his mind couldn't tell the difference between what was real and what he repeatedly imagined. Instead of training his mind to expect problems and failure, he trained it to expect progress. Now he had silence, clarity, focus, energy, discipline, and vision. But there was still one silent killer left: distraction. Even with a strong routine, one notification could pull him off track. Seconds became minutes. Minutes became hours. He realized distraction wasn't just a bad habit, it was an addiction. So he made one final rule: when I work, I work. No phone, no switching tasks, no excuses. It was hard at first, but the more he practiced, the stronger his focus became. Work that used to take hours started taking much less time. His results improved. His confidence soared. And that's when it all came together. Not one huge transformation, just small habits done consistently. Daniel didn't become someone else. He simply became who he was always meant to be. And the truth is, so can you. Right now, you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to feel motivated. You just need to start. Tomorrow morning, don't try to change everything at once. Just change one thing. Maybe don't touch your phone for the first hour. Maybe write one honest sentence. Maybe move your body a little. Because small actions create massive change. And one day soon, you'll wake up and realize you're no longer stuck. You're no longer waiting. You're no longer confused. You're moving. You're growing. You're becoming. So don't wait for the right time. This is your moment.